and we have thoughts.
My name is Sabrina.
I'm Sina.
And today we are diving into All Stars 10, Episode 6.
The last episode of the Pink Bracket.
Already? Yes. Oh my god, gag, let's get into it.
Let's wake it up.
Oh my goodness. So the girls are back in the workroom after Mistress and Georges did their lip sync to Hot to Go.
Yes.
And the girls are discussing how they want to give out their MVQ points.
Yeah, so the bottom girls are talking about how they want to be fair. They don't want anyone left with 0 points here and getting screwed over again. But, you know, the top two come in and they're flaunting their 4.5 buttons. Everyone says they're not giving them any points this time.
Those top two girls are not getting anything.
Although Mistress does grab Lydia and says, "You know what to do, daughter."
Gag.
Yes.
So she wants to screw over Miss Carrie
and Nicole again. Absolutely.
So Nicole Paige Brooks gives her point to Carrie, which brings Carrie to 2 points. And Carrie gives her point to Lydia, bringing her to 4 points. And Nicole Paige Brooks doesn't seem bothered that it wasn't like a swap, but Tina is burned about the fact that it's not either going to her because she feels like she thought they had a little alliance, or to give it to Nicole to put her on the board. So Tina quickly jumps up and gives her point to Nicole Paige Brooks, which leaves Lydia as the last person to distribute her point.
Lydia gives her point to Carrie, and Tina's definitely gagged by that.
Chapped.
Yeah, she thought that they had an alliance for sure.
So the points currently are Mistress and Georges with 4.5.
Lydia with 4.
Carrie and Tina with 2.
And Nicole Paige Brooks finally with 1.
1 point.
Yes.
1 point. So I have to say, my gut instinct when I watched the girls give out the point, I was like, we are going to end up in a situation where, like, Mistress and Georges are tied and RuPaul is going to have to choose between them.
That would be really the gag.
I really thought that was going to be the way.
Well, that could be like the purpose of the half of a point. It's a interesting setup for a tie and there to have to be a tiebreaker. Mm-hmm. Or for the girls to have to choose.
Yes.
Which is what we see play out. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Yes.
Gaggy.
All right, so it's the next day in the workroom. The girls are already starting in. Mistress asks in PB, do you feel like Carrie kind of screwed you over by not giving you the point?
And she says, no, I am the one. I am the only one. I am the one. Y'all can suck it.
You know what?
I love her energy throughout this. And we can, you know, everybody can take a little bit of that knowledge because there's something about things just screwing you over, not going your way, and you know that it's not going to happen for you and still just having fun and turning it. I mean, at this point, she would have to have every single bottom person give her a point. And realistically, we know that that's not going to happen, and she knows that that's not going to happen. But she still has such a good attitude, and she still does her best this entire episode. And we have to give props to Nicole
the confidence
for that.
is everything.
Yes.
There's a reason she's a legend.
And so Tina says, I thought that we were all here to uplift each other, and Lydia's playing a game, and I just didn't see it coming. And she said it changed the way I feel about you in this competition. And she's getting heated, and she's taking it as like a personal blow.
Totally. I kind of feel for her, but Lydia explains, you know, like, it's not personal, it's a game. Like, I don't have a specific strategy against you, but I do have a strategy in
winning,
getting my numbers up. Yeah.
And I get that. I can see where Tina's coming from, especially because it gets worse. Mistress chimes in and is like, well, y'all were going to do what we did to Nicole Paige Brooks and Carrie last week. And Tina is half past chapped and says, do not gaslight these girls. You told me and Lydia to screw them over. I said no, but Lydia was contemplating it. Lydia thought about doing it. And Mistress says, no, that was you. Where are the receipts? And the way that they literally edited the receipt straight into Untucked.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
At this point, the whole group explodes, and Mistress says to Carrie, you know what? No, it was Tina who tried to organize that. Oh, my word.
At this point, Tina is just roasted. Tina is burning.
Roasting, toasting.
She is roasting. And Mistress is just sitting there stirring the pot, and she knows that Tina is going to take every little inch of bait that she throws out to her. But Tina turns to Carrie and is like, you know that I would never do that to you. I would never disrespect you like that.
Yeah, she turns and tells Lydia, you're going to sit there and let them lie in front of me and all these girls? You have to choose a side now. Where are you going to be? On the truth side or the fake side?
Oh my God. And luckily, RuPaul, the sirens come on, and RuPaul comes on the television screen before the girls can get into a physical altercation.
Yeah, saved by the already done. She had hers is saved by the bell.
RuPaul tells the girls that their maxi challenge this week is the Starbooty sequel called Starbooty the ReBooty.
Electric Boogaloo, the
2.
Redux. She already done had hers is.
She already done had hers is Starbooty remake 2.
Yes, a sequel, musical.
Return to the Booty.
You better.
And they also find out that the girls get to choose their characters among each other.
Yeah, assigning the roles amongst them. I feel like that always creates
juice.
Yeah, a lot of juice when they decide to let the girls just cast it themselves.
Yes. The girls get their scripts and they start reading the character descriptions, and Mistress immediately says, I'm gonna put all the fools into one group.
Yeah. So she wants Nicole, Carrie, and Tina in a group together.
Now, we know that the Maxi Challenge is going to be like a 3 girls against another 3 girls. So we have like the villains, and then we have the like Charlie's Angels type.
The Sheroes. Absolutely.
So it ends up that Mistress wants one of the villains, and so does Lydia, and so does Georgia. So they all just kind of like snatch that role. And Carrie quickly was like, I know what she's doing, and I feel like it'll be less of a problem for me if I just like go.
Don't do anything about it.
And I
was like,
go,
okay, work.
go right on it.
Work.
So
let her cast this production.
So she takes the role that fell into place for her, as does Tina and Nicole. So they are kind of the Sheroes, and we have Mistress, Lydia, and Georges as the villains.
Very fitting.
Feels right.
Yeah, and as Mistress says, I have the mind of a mastermind.
See, I'm telling you, I have the mind of a master. I have the mind of a mastermind.
So the girls are getting to work rehearsing their parts for the musical. We actually get to see them record some vocal tracks.
Finally!
Yeah, with Leland and the producer Gabe Lopez. And we also get to see them learn their choreo with Adam Shankman.
Yes. I always love getting to see them do their
actually work and rehearse and do everything. Yes.
So first up to record her verse is Nicole Paige Brooks. She's having a blast with this role already. She is
God.
Getting into it. And she said, I am Whitney Houston and Eminem.
Was it necessarily like really good? No. Was it so over the top that it was like amazing? Yeah.
Yeah, you think so? I
don't know. It could be. I can't wait to see what this is going to be.
Held her own there with that. That was pretty fun. But she is struggling with the choreography.
Yeah.
And Carrie says, how much more simpler can it get?
How much more simpler can simple get? Yeah, so we'll see. We know Nicole isn't the dance master of all time. Hopefully she can get through it like serving an over the top character though.
Yes.
So we'll see.
And next up is Tinta Bunter to record her verse. I don't know if you caught it, but like when we as an audience were listening to her record her verse, and they made the editing like background music like syncopated to her verse, so it made her like sound like off when she was recording it, like she didn't know what she was doing. Yeah. Did you catch that?
No, I didn't. But they've done that in the past, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Insert shade sound.
Ooh, girl. Why'd they have to do her like that?
Yes.
That makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Makes me nervous.
And then when she was doing the choreography, Adam told her that she was stomping around like an NFL player, which is honestly, it's kind of the role.
like that's I know. I'm like, she's in character though.
She's like, I chose this role because it's like the broad-shouldered, you know.
Man, their words, not mine. I didn't, I didn't totally get all of that, but
T.
yes. I don't know. I'm holding out hope for Tina Burner tonight.
Yes, but she's doing relatively well with the choreography. She's not one of the like problem children here. Next up is Carrie Colby.
Yes. Okay. She's a little out of her element on the mic at first. But once she got into that character, it was everything.
That little fishy voice was so cute.
Ooh.
And like the way that she was dancing was kind of like your aunt drunk off like 3 martinis.
Oh my God.
I did really like her little fish voice, her characterization, and that was very like, you could tell she had a lot going there. But speaking of little fish voice, Georgia
as Pam. Oh my God, she's killing me.
I love that little fishy voice that she put on.
Yes. In addition, she's killing it with the choreo. So
Per
Georges
usual.
is feeling good this week. Yes.
And honestly, as she should, because we've seen Georges live, and she definitely like
turns it out.
Absolutely.
Yes. Next up is Lydia.
Yes. Oh my God, she is really serving me like baby Alaska.
Yeah.
I think Alaska needs to be her drag mom instead.
I think that's match made in heaven. I think we need to get that together.
Yeah, if you guys
going.
can just do that real quick, that'd be cool. No, I thought that she did well. She is.
Except she's kind of fumbling with the choreo a little bit. To pick it up right then and there is kind of difficult. She's a little bit like a little doughy lamb vibes, like trying, and I feel that.
She gives me the vibe though that she will sit in her hotel room all night figuring it out, and
she's gonna go back and cram.
Yes, I agree. She gives me those vibes. Last up to record her verse is Mistress.
Okay.
All the girls are literally falling asleep.
Oh my gosh.
Listening to her record her verse.
To be fair, she is the last of the group to record that we see.
I know, and it takes them like 5 hours to.
But I know, right? But it's pretty hilarious. Even Georges is cracking yawns.
Her eyes are all red, like she's been rubbing them and falling asleep.
Like she was rubbing them. Come on. So Mistress's part is a little choreo heavy. She's also kind of struggling in the moment to pick it up. She seems unsure.
Yeah, she's a pretty good mover. She just
we know she can serve it.
Having a little bit of a hard time picking up this choreo, which it seems like most of the girls in this, in this situation were.
Yeah, understandably.
Mistress does see Nicole struggling though in their group, which in turn is messing Carrie up.
Yeah.
So she's like, I see this whole group crumbling, and my master plan is
according to my evil megamind plan.
Megamind. It's the next day in the workroom, and the girls are getting ready and putting their makeup on, and Mistress and Georges pull Tina into another little shade sesh.
Always.
It's always just about, well, you did this, you did that. Well, what about when I screwed her over? Show me the DMs, show me the receipts. I'm like, girl, Tina is just like, unfortunately, taking the bait in every scenario now.
Yeah. Well, Carrie's kind of saying, she doesn't hold any animosity or like grudges, and that she's still open to deciding in the moment.
Right. She'll kind of give a point to anybody. But
and the Mistress is like, we love Carrie. Yeah, we'll make it right with her.
I know we all know that like they're both saying anything that they can say to get a point tonight.
I think that's where we're at this point.
Yeah.
We know we're nearing the end here.
Right.
All right, it's gonna get gaggy.
It's time for Starbooty, the ReBooty 2.
Yes. The sequel.
The sequel.
Come on now.
RuPaul is looking fierce in her little tinsel look.
Yes,
I'm
this
here
opening
for
number.
it. And honestly, it made me be like, do I need to rewatch AJ and the Queen again? 'Cause
Yes.
I was.
Yes.
So first up, we have the Booty Squad. These are the good girls. So this is going to be Tina, Nicole, and Carrie.
Yes, they are working girls, working hard, undercover, honey.
Doing the Charlie's Angels a little bit. So
Okay.
Nicole Paige Brooks is doing well considering that she's like not a dancer. She's giving us character.
Yeah, I actually buy her as
Yeah.
this coffee character, kind of this like the more mature one of the group. You know, she kind of knows she's it, which is Nicole Down. I mean,
Yes.
I don't know. I like it.
Honestly, I am so happy to see this hair on Nicole, though. Like, she's got a big,
yeah.
beautiful wig. It's the best wig I have seen her in. I don't know if she borrowed it from Tina or what, but I am living for this hair.
True. Thanks for pointing that out. She does look good in that hair.
I'm so glad to finally see her in some really big hair.
Yes. You know who else looks good? Tina.
Tina looks great.
Okay.
She looks great. I think that the gold was really smart for her because it kind of makes her stand out.
Yeah, no, it really worked here. Honestly, she is eating this up.
Miss Piggy. I love it.
I totally believe her beating the crap out of these guys. Like, I think the kind of butch thing is good. It's working in her favor. It's the
Yes.
character.
I like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
She looks like a superhero.
I'm living for this midnight booty call number.
Oh, yes. Okay. Can we talk about Miss Carrie?
Carrie Colby.
Yes, Mimi.
Yes, she is really living in her character. All three of these girls are really giving us like three kind of distinct characters. And
I believe them.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like
love it.
I like it. I give it claps.
Yeah, everybody really turned out. Yeah.
And now we have our villains, the Agents of Puss. So in the story of Starbooty, the Agents of Puss have
Kidnapped
RuPaul, Starbooty.
Yeah, for ransom. And the good girl and the booty squad has to go save her. All right. So let's talk about let's talk about the villains.
The Agents of Puss. So we have Mistress, Lydia, and Georges in this group. Let's talk about Mistress first.
Okay.
This hair outfit,
the
is
hair suit.
crazy. The angles,
Yeah, I don't know what it's given. It's kind of like a Chewbacca situation.
Oh my God.
I don't know about it. It's very Texas.
My first thought was like if Hedwig didn't go to Junction City and she went to like Dallas.
Houston, baby. What the hell? What are we doing? Yes.
She wound up in Texas instead.
Yeah.
Mistress is painted. She's beat. She did get the critique that like they felt like that she wasn't going all out. They didn't know if it was the outfit or what it was, but
I kind of feel that I'm not feeling like a distinct characterization. It just feels kind of like Mistress. I want a little bit more fleshed out character. I want her to get a little bit more gritty with it too.
That was my problem, like vocally, is it was a little soft for her character. I think that she could have, given us some grit,
Oh.
Yeah, something a little like,
Like a Harvey Firestein?
that's not.
Is that what I sounded like?
Let's talk about Lydia.
Okay.
I
I do live
really
for the look.
love this look, this hair. Both her and Georges, I really love the horns and the
This like Hellraiser.
abstract. Yes.
It's so cool.
It's really fun and the kind of matrixy like look
long
to
latex
itself.
coat.
I think it's really cool. I think it's really really fun. Georges too. I like I said, I love the hair. The outfit is really cool. The little stars that she has on there.
Yes, I live for the look. I think Georges's verse and performance was a little stronger than Lydia and Mistress. Georges had the full characterization.
Oh yeah.
Georges as
Absolutely.
Pam. Come on
that
now.
was giving it to me, and Lydia was a little soft in her vocals in the beginning, but she brought it down at the end, which gave a little bit more characterization to it. Because there's not much time that they have to bring these characters to life.
That's true. That's true. Just something about the other group, their characters felt more fully realized, and I feel like Georges came up to that level too with her embodiment, and I just wish that the other two girls would have as well.
Yeah, I agree. But Georges is probably my top of the Puss group.
Yeah, probably one of the tops of the night. And I just love Tina in the Good Girls group. She was probably my top.
But I do think that that overall, like, Georges probably did the best. Like, honestly, either like Carrie or Tina for their characterization for me.
Yeah, I feel that.
All right, take it to the runway.
Oh my god.
Take it to the runway.
Runway.
Take it to the runway.
Runway.
Runway. So category is Wild Wild West. I'm ready for this.
Yeehaw!
So first up, we have Nicole Paige Brooks.
Okay.
This
and
might be the cutest look I've seen her.
Oh my gosh, this
in.
little saddle get up.
It's really cute. What's new? I'm not obsessed with the hair, but I do see why it works in like the horse way and also this kind of 80s feel.
Yeah, I know that it had to have something under it. Like it had to have a little bodysuit or something going on. I wanted it to be elevated a little bit more than just like the sort of
I gotcha.
Leg Avenue bodysuit.
Right.
But I do think it's probably my favorite look that we've seen Nicole in. Yeah, it's super cute.
I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah.
And next up is Tinta Burnter.
Okay.
I gasped when I saw her. I love this look.
The brown leather.
Oh my God.
And lasso, coils.
And, you know, the Wonder Woman thing makes even more sense with the challenge. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
It's giving a superhero
Yes.
thing. Like she said, totally giving Wonder Woman in like a Clint Eastwood Wild West movie.
I think it's fabulous.
I loved
want
it.
to wear this
Okay,
myself.
another one of my favorite looks
Yeah.
from Tina. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is
Sculptural.
great.
Sculptural.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Next up is Miss Carrie in this Beyonce sort of inspired, like dripping with jewels, rainy look.
She said, it's like being dripping wet, but also dry. That got me.
Statements that dealt psychic damage
Oh my God.
to me.
I think that like her makeup is beautiful. I love the texture of the hair. I love the like see-through
The
assless
flowiness.
chaps of it. The hat, the texture is a little odd.
I see what they're saying. It's something about the folds of
And
that
the
fabric.
shape- the shape is a little weird. It's giving me like Doug Dimmadome,
Oh, Doug Dimmadome.
owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Oh, come on now.
I do think Carrie looks really pretty.
She looks gorgeous. I mean,
Not my favorite look of the evening, but I do think it's really ethereal.
yeah.
That I want to see at Coachella. Next up to the stage is Mistress Isabelle Brooks showing Tina Burner how to do the flames, honey.
Yeah.
I love the glitter corset. I love the way the flames are built.
Yeah, the
The hat's
stoning.
cool. But I'm having a really hard time getting past this like frumpy
wrinkly
front,
kind of crotch
area
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the back too has a little like front.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this. I think it's something to do with that it's all one piece.
Yes.
Rather than maybe if it was a pair of pantyhose worn separately underneath, like with just the sequins, but maybe it needed to be built on some sort of pantyhose.
Right.
I don't know what happened
And
there.
I know that it's like, as a plus size girl, I know it is hard. It is really hard to figure that out. And I know that she's also on like a weight loss journey, so it may have fit her, when she got there 3 weeks ago.
Brilliant stones.
But
Yeah.
I was just having a little bit of a hard time on the polished end of it.
Yes.
Looking past the little frumpiness.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool. I do think it's really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. Next up, we've got Lydia in this super unique cowpoke little jean chap situation that she made.
I know it could be more polished, and I think that Lydia knows that too, but the fact that she made it and it is so different than anything that we've seen on the runway tonight. It's out of the box, it's creative, it's different, it's new, and it's fresh.
It's always something really unique, whether, it's always a new silhouette, a weird subversion of something that you haven't seen before. The shape of that hat was really cool.
She could have done just the cowboy hat, or she could have done, but she did like a whole longhorn on her forehead.
Yes.
I think it was really smart and really fun. And Lydia is one of those queens that makes me excited to see what she's going to bring to the runway every week.
Yeah, it's always going to be something interesting.
Right. It's not going to be the same thing that, we expect to see from her. I really appreciate that about her.
Yes.
I really love that about her. Last up to the stage is gorgeous Georges at the Pink Pony Saloon.
Okay, come on now, y'all. Oh, this is so cute, little Miss Kitty.
I think it's really cute. It's a really fun, interesting take, and
no one else went with this look.
It's a different take on the Wild West, and I think that it's really fun seeing it through her lens.
Yeah, a little Grand Ole Opry showgirl.
I think it's
I
so
like
cute. My only thing is, instead of like the pink bow on the back, or even in addition to, are some more feathers, because that really reads that time period and that vibe to me. Like if she had a big feather fan and then like more feathers in her hair and like some in the back here.
Yeah, and maybe like
cool.
pink tights or lacier tights, little garter, like more matchy from like the legs
a
down.
little lacy garter.
Would have just brought
here
it all
would've been
together, so it
perfect.
was like more of a cohesive, like full
Okay,
thing.
I see that. I mean,
But it was lovely. She looks gorgeous.
She looks great.
It's really picking at little things because it's just really good.
So who were your favorite like runway looks tonight?
Tina took me out
Yeah.
in that leather like structural thing. That was so cool.
That was beautiful. I would wear that myself.
Another fully realized conceptual look, blending two different concepts together in such a chef's kiss way. Yeah.
Love it. I would say her, and of course I loved Georges,
Okay,
and probably
okay.
Lydia.
Okay. All right, you live.
I live
for
for
cowpoke
this
realness.
runway.
Yes, this is your gig.
All right.
Yes.
So RuPaul tells us the top two is Georges and Lydia Butthole Collins.
Yes, this takes Lydia up to 6 points and Georges to 6.5 points.
0.5.
Uh-huh.
And as the girls are getting ready to lip sync and the bottom girls are walking back to the back of the stage, Nicole like whispers to Tina, should we give Carrie the points and knock a Mistress out of the top?
Yeah, we're figuring out this plan.
They're
real quick.
already calculating. I mean, she's sitting there like counting
Doing
on
the
her
math.
fingers. So the girls lip sync to Texas Hold'em by Beyonce, and this like isn't like a bebop got pop pop.
Yeah,
pop
like get
type
down
song.
dance track. But they do like a good job.
Yeah, I mean it's cute. It's not like my Shut Up and Drive, but it's like it's fierce.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah. Don't you wish we would have got to see Carrie do this though?
Yes,
this
Carrie in this Beyonce look
look.
would have been everything. But ultimately, Georges gets the win on this lip sync, which brings her up to 7.5 points and 10K.
Okay, snaps for Georges.
Oh my God, it is time for the MVQ point showdown.
All right.
So if you remember from the last time, they have to write the names on their mirror like ahead of time and then flip them around one by one as RuPaul asks them.
Yes. So Nicole gives her point to Carrie, bringing her to 3 points. Tina gives her point to Carrie as well, bringing her to 4 points now.
So Carrie gives her point to Tina, which brings Tina to 3 points. And coming down to all of it is Mistress Isabelle Brooks, who says, you know, I made a mistake at the beginning and I did a sister wrong and I really want to make that right. But I knew she was going to F me over, so I'm not giving Carrie a point. And my point is going to Lydia.
Oh my gosh, brings Lydia to 7 points.
Yes.
Wow.
So that means the top is Georges, Lydia, and Mistress.
Oh my gosh. Are you gagged?
I was gagged. I don't want to say that I wasn't expecting it because I kind of was, but I did not really know how it was going to go down.
I know. Oh my gosh. But congrats to the semifinalists.
Yes. Congratulations to the top bracket.
Yes. And
so excited.
The girls find out that all is not lost for the bottom queens. The judges will, of course, be able to hand select one queen to come back to compete in the semi-finalist round.
Yes. I think that this season turned me into a Tina Burner fan.
Am I a Tina Burner stan?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I were them, I'm going all in on Tina Burner.
I could maybe see someone like Michelle choosing her because I feel like
I think she turned up and showed it out.
I think so too.
Tore up this bracket and the
agree.
Runways. Everything.
I agree. Yeah. I think that I would love to see her get her flowers for that because
she was robbed.
I think that she made a really good comeback.
Yes. And you know what really stuck out to me and just made me love her all that much more was her integrity.
Yes.
She has a really strong moral backbone that she didn't budge from. She was I'm going to stand up for what is right.
Yeah.
You know? Even if it doesn't make me popular.
She'll die on that hill because she knows it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I dig that. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
We love that. Wow, that was certainly a gaggy episode. It's kind of what I expected and a little bit of what I had hoped for, especially what I said at the beginning. I didn't expect to have Tina win me over in the way that she did. So I kind of do wish that I did get to see more from her because I did like everything that I got to see. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm still hopeful that spot might be for her.
Overall, a really gaggy way to end the pink bracket.
Juicy. It was juice.
Yes.
So there was a little bit of Roscoe's tea that I wanted to just throw out there. So Mistress and Bosco were at Roscoe's this past week. And Mistress said that when she found out that Nicole Paige Brooks was also going to be on the season, that she called her and said, "Ooh, girl, we're both Brookses. We'll have to watch out for each other." And she said after the first episode, when she saw Nicole's star leotard, she was like, she's in too deep. I can't help her. I can't help her.
It's a done deal. Oh, girl.
Oh, and Mistress also said that she did not feel like she was being that shady in the moment. She didn't feel like she was lying to anybody. And then when she watched it back, and she's like, "Oh, I guess I did tell that person that I would do that thing."
Oh, we gotta love a deluded diva.
Oh, Delulu.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, Mistress Summer. Let's do it.
Epic.
What
Oh
can
my
you do?
God. Ooh, girl. Well, thank you so much for joining us at the House of Thought. We had a lot of thoughts.
Too many.
I'm so excited for the next bracket.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes, we have the Bettys coming through. I know you're super stoked to see them.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited to see what this next bracket has. I'm curious to see if they're gonna be like the first bracket and kind of chilling cordial, or if they're just gonna go like all in.
I think they're gonna bring a
like the
whole
second
new brand
bracket.
of cuckoo to the ring. Let's
Girl,
go.
well, Miss Cuckoo herself is here, so let's get into it. All right. Ooh, well, thank you again for joining us here at the House of Thoughts.
Yes, and just remember, if you have nothing hilarious to say, don't say anything at all.
Ooh.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Send this video to your favorite shady sister or good Judy.
Yes, give us a little subscription. You can just hit it right over there. Just a little one right there.
Just a little one. Just a little.
Just a one little subscription. And we'll never do this part again, okay?
All right.
Bye.